Right, now that we're basically down, I'm just gonna fry it. Oh god, I need to use that as well. How long is that gonna take?
A long time.
Are you serious? What if I
There's another one there, there's another one there.
You can't use that one? I think I have to use that one. It's tied.
Do you have to use this one?
Yeah, because I'm using the deep fat fryer oil. So like, there's no way you can go on that with the cage.
We're gonna have to take the cage off. Hold on, I don't need to use the cage anymore.
This feels like an oversight. We should have had 2 stoves.
Well, that sounds like your guys' fucking problemo.
Why is there bricks next to it? That's not good.
That's for the grill.
Okay. How do I turn it on? How do you ignite it? Oh, all the way.
What are you making, tempura?
Tempura?
You're deep frying it.
Yeah, you're deep frying tempura.
Deep fried tempura?
What do you want about, mate? Better than nicely. Fuck it up. Get it all nice and battered.
I think my rice is still gonna be cooking by the time it's over.
It's good for you, innit? Should have thought about that.
Yeah, sounds like your problem, mate.
While the boys were still stressing out over who was going to get the grill, I was already putting on my finishing touches to the dish.
I'm almost done.
Seriously?
You're almost done? Mm-hmm. All right, where is the... Excuse me. Out of the way. I don't know what you're in a rush for, Joe. You're almost done.
He's got no worries in the world.
Yeah. I gotta add my own spin to it, right? Yeah.
What's that?
By shitting all over it. I'm gonna have about 5 minutes to debone this fish.
Sounds like you problem gone.
That does sound like you problem gone.
What are they doing? I just hear noise and things dropping on the ground.
Yeah, and there's some dropping. There's been some abuse of each other as well.
Aggressive words.
Some aggressive words, some flowery language. Let's see what comes out though. 20 minutes to go. Very exciting.
Look at that nice sweat. Look at that. That's a nice seasoning. That's a nice seasoning from Maylin.
That's disgusting. He's vile. God's vile, mate.
It is. That is not.
I love this fish. It's good stuff, eh?
Yeah, it is good stuff. I'm doing a little improv right here. It is. Gonna put some twisty
I love
devil
this
horns
fish.
on
It's
it.
good stuff, eh? So I'm going to be frying this. I'll be making a really nice effect when we fry. I'll show you. Give you a little masterclass of sorts. Welcome to Connor's kitchen, lads. Step 1, don't burn down the house.
Good advice. All right, TikTok.
Oh wow, Joe's done. All right, go take it over, Joe.
Hey, Joe, what's that? What's that, Joe? What's that? Don't worry.
Oh, what the fuck?
Sorry.
He's Japanese. Alright, I'm going to watch this. Grab it, as so.
First time. Easy.
Put that there for now. And then we're going to hope this works. Where the fuck did I put this?
This was it. I'd finished my dish, and it was finally time to show the judges. To say I was nervous is a bit of an understatement.
Omatase shimashita.
Amazing.
The devil's flounder.
Wow!
So the motif for this dish is that I have used the twisty carrots as little devil horns, little radish devil in the middle.
You seem so nervous.
I'm sweating my ass off right now.
Wait, doesn't that mean there's extra flavor?
There is extra flavor.
Oh no! Why am I so nervous? Why am I so nervous?
I never imagined that you were going to use these twisted carrot just like
As a horn. This is the first time Maylene is ever having anything I prepared.
Oh, it's boiling everywhere.
So why don't you just put it in straight away?
I don't know. That's what the chef did. Okay. That's what he told me to do.
Is that boiling? That's almost
What
bubbling.
are the odds of a grease fire?
Please don't say anything on fire, Connor.
I'm trying my hardest, mate. I'm trying my hardest over here. This is really hot now. This is really... Oh, Lord.
Oh.
I know Maylene. That's a good hook.
Maybe it's a bit thick, it's a bit much to chew, but it's actually good because I like chewing on things. I feel like the more I chew something, it slowly releases other flavors in my mouth. So I like chewing on things, so it's good, but wow.
That's a somewhat positive review from Maylene.
While Joey was impressing, I still had to find a way past my biggest obstacle, the laws of physics.
All right, now I gotta wait 10 minutes for this rice to cook. Maybe if I turn up the heat a little bit, just a little.
How much more have you burned up the heat, God?
All the finesse of my dish is just gone because I don't have time to finesse this dish. I've never been more nervous in my life.
You are amazing. Never expected you can do this.
I think by the time I take this dish off, Connor's already gonna be finished.
This looks beautiful, gentlemen. I've got to say, this just looks fantastic.
Let's see what all this fuss is about.
Honestly, the acceptance from Koji feels better than any acceptance I've ever had from my parents. I'm just saying that right now. No offense, parents. That was a very Japanese TV of you.
I'm auditioning for a role Fuji Television if you're watching. In terms of what Koji's taught you, I think you've done a pretty good job. I mean, practice makes perfect. The things you would have to work on over time, I think, is cutting that fish, with the grain. Maylin, you commented on the chewiness. You need a balance between, making it chewy, but also making it light. That takes years to master. I mean, to be honest, I'm disappointed you didn't master it in the hour that you've been given.
Jesus, high expectations.
But pretty good job.
Oh shit, I forgot a step. I just remembered, he put the towel over it to make it go faster. That, chopsticks. Just make sure everything's prepared before I speed run this deboning that we're about to do. I gotta wait another 5 minutes. Oh God. I'm not gonna make the time. I already know I'm not gonna make the time.
I'm going to give this 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Joey, I think you've done a fantastic job. Really love the presentation. For me to score you higher, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more care taken on the cutting of the fish. But other than that, it's a fantastic job given it's your first time making flounder sashimi, which is a very hard type of sashimi to make. So congratulations.
Thank you. All right, Maylene, I promise I won't hate you no matter what score you give me. I hope they take their time so Connor can present his dish, and while they're judging Connor's dish, I can still finish my dish. No, guys, take your time. No worries about it.
Something that kind of was a little off-putting for me, despite it being very delicious and very cute from afar, where there are some remnants of scales. If I were to order this at a restaurant and then I see a scale where I happen to get a piece of the scale on the fish and then I feel it in my mouth, I would kind of be like, oh, that's a little fishy, because I know scales are kind of fishy and they just ruin the flavor right away. I happened to actually grab a piece that didn't have the scales, so the only issue was, the thickness and probably the way it looks on the plate. It's kind of, what do you call it? Not cleanly cut, but it tasted really great. Gosh, what should I give it?
I'm not gonna say anything. Just what do you think?
7?
We take those.
Put it on there.
Time to fucking speed run deboning this.
Jesus Christ, this man's got a Donkey Kong crate for his food.
Honestly speaking, I'll just give you 10.
10?
I want.
Oh, you want to?
I want.
Jesus Christ.
Because this is your first time. So probably one of the most difficult parts not making sashimi is take off the skin.
Yeah.
So how did you do that?
It's funny because the skin taking part was the only part I did perfectly. Like, I don't know, I think I'm really good at taking off the skin because that was the only part where I just went, and it was perfect. Yeah. I don't know how I did it either, but I did it.
I give it 10.
Yes! Hell yeah.
Because of course the thin slice sashimi is really good. I found this thickness was really good. Maybe I should try this thickness because the chewing is really good. And also, from the point of view of the chef, so the big concern about this sashimi was take off the skin. So he managed it.
After I finally managed to get God off of the grill and complete my dish, it was time for my judging. And to say that I was not confident would be a lie, because I was extremely confident that I would win. Got to think my dish before I go and send it off.
It's great, Con, it's great.
Fantastic. That's what I love to hear.
Thank you guys. Oh my god. Dude, I'm so fucking proud of myself for that.
They fucking clapping? They clapped? Well, they'd be cheering when I come out.
I just managed to get a 25 out of 30. So let's see. Oh, I think Connor's ready. So let's move on to Connor's dish. Can we got 25 out of 30 points? Fuck, man.
Bon appetit, gentlemen. It's gonna be nice. All right, here's my dish. I don't know how to do this. We'll find out.
Why is it so scary, actually?
Because it looks like teeth.
I'm looking forward to trying this one.
It's amazing.
Let's rewind backwards, because while Connor was being judged, I had to debone my fish and make it presentable. It took a Michelin star chef about 15 minutes to do what I had to do in 3 minutes.
How am I going to debone this? I've got to figure out a way to debone this as quickly as possible.
All right. Itadakimasu. Ooh, smells good.
That's fine. This is kind of, I wasn't nervous, but I'm nervous.
I want to hate it, but it's good.
Yes, Lily likes it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
I've completely ruined this dish. I'm done. I'm gone out of time.
This tilefish, the amadai, is another fish that can be tough to work with. When you're creating the kind of agate fried version of it, it can be tough to get the balance between, the delicious oiliness, the reason why we love fried food, but then not, overly do it. But I'm very impressed. I would say surprisingly impressed.
Yes.
I got a 10 from the sensei himself, so hey, win or lose, I feel good. I'm more confident in the kitchen now, for sure. This is a complete disaster. I'm sorry, chef. I'm so sorry.
I think the taste was great. Very heavy though, kind of definitely on the oily side, but probably because it's very difficult to get the balance. Me personally, I have like a phobia of scales.
I've been shut up.
The last moment when I closed my eyes, just don't think about the scales. The textures were just amazing. The piece that I got had a lot of scales, but that felt very nice. The texture is very great. Just the bottom bit was a little undercooked, but the top, if you focus on the crunch, you kind of forget that it's kind of still soft at the bottom. The flavor, amazing. Oil, the little oily presentation was awful. It was just like he fried things and threw it on there, so I felt like there's no care at all.
I'm trying to pick the parts of the rice that don't have bones and skin in it, because I know that's bad.
Actually, just Mary said, it's a little bit oily. This deep fried dish, fish, is going to make oil a little bit worse so quickly because it contains a lot of water. The water is going to make oil worse.
Right, okay. Gotta be careful.
Okay.
If you want to up visual points, that retray looks.
Okay, I'll up the visual points.
What about those all-important scores? Let's start with Koji-san. How are you going to rate this?
I would like to score this 10, but
No!
maybe 9.
Okay, I'll take it. That's good. That's great. I mean, I'm happy with that.
I find little bone. This is only reason why.
I deserve that. I deserve that. Thank you.
Okay, before Connor goes into a deep bow of apology for his bone, Mei-Lin.
I would say taste was a 10. The feeling it left me before, I didn't like the way the oil felt. Presentation was quite terrible, but the taste was so there.
Who's the harshest in yours in terms of judging? Mei-Lin.
But gosh, what do I want to give it?
Be honest, Mei-Lin.
6, 7, 6, 7, 6. Can we do decimal, please?
No, round up, round up.
Round down. Round up or down?
I don't know. You didn't put enough thought.